Yep. Good morning, everyone. So today, while starting with React, I will give you a basic introduction of what are the prerequisites and what we are going to discuss in this class. I will first give you the complete overview of what we are going to learn in this session. Then we can start understanding about React. So you are here to learn the concept of React JS. And to deal with React JS, the basic prerequisites are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. These are mandatory to have. I hope everyone is aware of this. So anyone not aware of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, this is not for them. You must have knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in order to learn React JS. And it is not like a little bit idea on HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You need a perfect knowledge on that. Because in this session, we are not going to learn any HTML, CSS, and not even JavaScript. We are not going to teach any JavaScript here. We are going to use JavaScript. So to attend this batch, you must have prior idea of complete knowledge on JavaScript. You must have knowledge of JavaScript. Actually, in our React, we will learn TypeScript. That TypeScript I will teach you. But JavaScript, you have to be aware of that. So this session is completely for the people who have already these prerequisites. And I hope as web developers, you already learned something like Bootstrap, am I right? These are basic requirements to learn React like technologies, right? I hope everyone is clear. Everyone have this idea. You are good with your HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, right? So these are prerequisites. So once again, I am telling here, we are not going to learn any JavaScript in this session. So we are going to use JavaScript. So you should come with prior knowledge of JavaScript. Okay. Now in a React, we are going to actually learn both advanced and old versions of React. Actually, current React version is we are going to learn React 18 version. First, I will give you what we are going to learn in this course. Then I technically go into the concept. So in React, there are several versions. Companies are still not using React 18 everywhere. Currently, the stable version of React is React 18. And in future, React 19 will come. Currently, React 19 is in RC release. RC means release candidate. It will take at least maximum 1.5 month, maybe, to get a final React 19. So by the time you finish React, you will have a new version of React. So React 19 is ready to release, but it is not yet completely released for usage. It is only for developers references. So React 19 is coming and React 19 is not yet ready, but you are going to learn which version of React 18. But companies are not using React 18. They are actually using React up to the versions of 17. Many companies are still using React 16, 17 versions. And what is the key point is React 18 is completely different from other version. That means people who already worked on React in previous versions, for them also React 18 is new. React 18 is completely reconstructed and it is rebuilt with new approach. So React 18 is a complete new one from the old, complete different. Means several features will continue, but lot of changes. They changed a lot in React 18. And the current version which companies will use, stable version, is React 18. So you are going to learn which version of React? React 18 version you are going to learn. Anyhow, while learning this 18, I will tell you how we do the same in 17. Because some companies are still using, you have to know both old version and new. And later, by the time we finish React, when React 19 is ready, in between also it may be ready. Because to complete this course, it will take for 2 months of time for us. The complete React will be 2 months of course. So we are going to learn end to end complete React. So it will be complete 2 months sessions. So that means it is approximately 50 sessions we plan, but we say 2 months because of holidays and all. It will be 50 to 60 sessions maximum. So, and during these 2 months, if new version of React comes, then I will show you the React 19 also. That means by the time it may release, if it release, then I will tell you about React 19. Even now we can know about what is newly coming, but we cannot clearly implement that because some issues may be there. So we will wait until it comes, and once it is ready, we will discuss React 19 also. So in this course, I am going to give you a complete overview of React 18 complete and introduction to React 19 if it is released, right? Yeah. Any Oracle people are there, right? Oracle is third floor, right? Okay, now here one important point. Oracle, this is not Oracle class. Oracle third floor. Yes. Right. So here we are going to deal with the React 18 version, and here we are going to learn everything from basic to advanced. According to the industry standards for building a project in real-time environment on React.js, whatever topics are required, we are going to learn everything, A to Z. That means some people have doubt like, this topic will you cover, that topic will you cover. If industry is using a topic in React, we are going to learn it. That means we are going to learn all topics from basic to advanced. In that, you will learn about the concept of React Redux. You will learn about how to use the MUI, material UI. Anyhow, many people who are first time learning, they don't know about them. But people who are working in companies, they want these topics. For that reason, we have to mention that. I will share a complete course content document. I will share one online link. I will share a course content document. You can go through that. In that, all topics are mentioned. After going through those topics, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. All the topics what we are going to learn, so they are mentioned here. You will learn introduction to React Native. All these basic things you are going to learn here. So any person from a fresher to experience level. Experience level means even if you want to show 10, 15 years experience in React, then what questions they ask in companies, those we are going to learn here. So that means it is not just only for fresher. Here we are going to cover all the topics that are required for a fresher to experience. Even you have 10, 15 years experience, what interview questions you expect, those we are going to learn. That means you are going to learn every concept which is used in real-time project development. So I'm not mentioning all the topics. I will share a document that have all topics. You can go through the document. Then if you have doubts, then you can come back with that. And during this, we are going to design and work with the 3 projects we will see. We are going to work on 3 projects, level by level, 3 different projects we will learn. These projects, as a fresher, you can keep in your resume as personal projects that you have done on React. This is not for experienced people projects. These are for freshers. Experienced people cannot put the projects that they learn in a technology. They have to keep the projects they worked in their company. Freshers can keep these 3 projects in their resumes. So mentioning that I done these personal projects. And these 3 projects, level by level, we will do. That means first level, we will learn a basic project. Second level, we will increase the complexity. Third level will be the final with all concepts integrated into it. So you are going to learn a complete MERN stack application. We are going to design MERN stack project. MERN stack project means, I hope you people know, M stands for MongoDB. It is a database, and Express is a middleware, and React is a library for front end we are using, and N is Node.js for server side programming. Java people can use JSP in the backend. .NET people can use ASP.NET in the backend. They can use different backend technologies. They can use MySQL as database. They can use SQL Server or Oracle as databases. If you learn with one concept, others will be similar, right? So we are going to learn the projects, and complete we will learn with real-time APIs. We will use real-time APIs for practicing examples on React. So what are APIs? If you are not aware, later I will explain what are these APIs. So we will work with these real-time APIs, and we will create examples, and we will design everything using that. So this is the complete course concept we are going to learn. I hope I am clear, right? Detailed course content I will share. So that means subtopics, main topic, what we are going to cover in this. So everything I will detailedly share with you, right? But these are the basic overview concepts that you need to understand. And actually, we are going to build these 3 projects. We will do with the JavaScript and TypeScript also. JavaScript and TypeScript. One project I will show you on JavaScript, other projects we will do on TypeScript. That means you are going to learn React.js with 2 languages, JavaScript as a language and TypeScript as a language. JavaScript you have to learn and come here. TypeScript I will teach in this class. So we will learn TypeScript here. So JavaScript is not my responsibility to teach you. You have to learn and come. And anyhow, when we are learning a topic, so in that topic, whatever JavaScript concepts are required, little advanced, which we use in React, if you are not aware, then I will give an overview about them. Usually our people already learned JavaScript and they are completely aware of JavaScript and even advanced topics of JavaScript. So in React, whenever we are using any JavaScript topic, if you are not aware of that topic, I will give an overview about it so that you can handle it, right? So this is the complete course related concept. I hope everyone is clear, right? Yeah. And I will share a online link to you where I will share all the classroom notes, classroom related content and everything. And at the same time, course content demo videos also I will share in that classroom. So I will share that online link in the next session. We will create a group of community of WhatsApp or any, and I will share that community group. You can join so that I can post all the content there so that you can verify them. Okay, right. So now once you are clear with the topics and concepts we are going to learn, I made clear about the projects also we are going to build. These are actually end-to-end projects. End-to-end project means from front-end UI to back-end database we are going to build. And if you are not aware of MongoDB, Node.js, Express, in this class, I will give you an overview about them so that you can even easily use them. So without the knowledge of them, so you can build an application. But for that, whatever requirements are there, I will input here, right? I will give them as input, right? Yeah. Okay, now this is the complete overview of our course, what we are going to deal with it. Now we will technically understand the concepts. So first important point is, the first important question you need to know is, what is a React? What is this React? So now we will technically go into the concept. So first you need to understand what is this React? What is React? What is the concept of React? What is JavaScript? JavaScript is a language. JavaScript is a language which is used client side, server side, databases everywhere. It's not just a client side script. JavaScript is a language we can use everywhere. But through a language, building an application is difficult. To build an application through language, it will take time. Lot of coding is required. Lot of approach is required. That is the reason. So I hope you have an awareness on any JavaScript libraries, you know. You learned JavaScript, very good. Do you have any idea of JavaScript libraries? No, because only with a language, building an application is difficult. It will take a lot of time. What is library is, library will simplify the building process. A library contains predefined functions. Already functions are written. Already functions are defined. Just you need to use them and build an application. Library will simplify the development process. You can build an application easy, fast with less code using what? Libraries. Do you know any JavaScript libraries? One of the popular JavaScript libraries is jQuery. jQuery is a library. Do you know jQuery is one library? And this jQuery comes with jQuery comes with a concept called write less, do more. That is the main slogan of jQuery. It is a JavaScript library. And what is the advantage of this is, you can write less and you can build a good application. So JavaScript, do you know in real-time projects, we don't directly use JavaScript? No. You know that directly JavaScript is not used in any real-time projects. But every web developer interview will be on JavaScript. But you are not using JavaScript in reality directly anywhere. Generally, in every real world project, they use a library like jQuery. jQuery is one library. Like that, so many libraries are there. In real time projects, we use those libraries. We never use JavaScript directly. You will learn JavaScript as a very important language for web. Why? Because that language is required for libraries. In reality, we don't use directly JavaScript in any project. We use the libraries of JavaScript. And almost 90% of web is occupied with jQuery. Do you know 90% of all websites are built with jQuery? Now, from past few years, they are using new libraries. They are using new libraries just to overcome the issues they were having with jQuery. So technically, JavaScript is a language and jQuery is a library. And React is also a library. React is also a library. So React, what is React? It is a JavaScript library. It is a JavaScript library for web and native user interfaces. It is a JavaScript library for web and native UI. Just like jQuery, React is also a library. Then what is difference? I will explain. We will learn about that. So if anyone asks, what is this React? So React is a JavaScript library used for building user interface for web applications, and native means mobile. Native means mobile native application. Android, iOS, so Mac, these are all Windows, these are all native. That means React is a very popular JavaScript library used for building good user interface for web applications as well as for native applications. Native application means what? Mobile applications. It's a very popular library now. So technically, a person who says I am web developer or a mobile developer, he must have knowledge of React in the current generation. Of course, there are so many alternatives, but this is one of the mostly used when compared to others. So what is React? It is a library for web development and as well as mobile. And what it can do is, remember, it cannot build complete application. React cannot build complete application. It is only for UI. That means user interface. It is only for user interface. To make the user interface effective, interactive, and better, you have to use this React. So let's see the official people here. This is the React, the official website. This is React official website. And the current stable version of React is 18.3.1. And what React says? It says that it is a library for web and native user interface. So React is a library because YouTube websites, some people have different wrong information. Like some people say React is a language, some people say React is a framework, some people say React is a library. So the correct information is React is a library. React is not a framework. Framework means it is larger than library. Do you know in software technologies, libraries can build application, but they cannot control the application flow. To control the application flow, we need frameworks. And do you know many people ask the question, sir, what is difference between React and Angular? Do you know Angular is a framework? It is more than React actually. So we should not compare with Angular. So that means generally sometimes people compare Java with .NET. Java is a language and .NET is a technology with a lot of languages. Then why you are comparing them? You should compare Java with C Sharp because that is the language. Why you are comparing a complete technology with, after all, one language? That is not correct. Many people try to compare React and Angular. I will tell you importance of Angular. Where it is used, I will tell you. React and Angular are not similar. They have a lot of variation. So Angular is a complete framework. React is not a framework. React is an library. And it needs help of several frameworks to build a complete application. That means React is not enough for building a complete application. It is only for building UI, user interface. And to build a complete application. So if anyone asks you a question like, can we build a complete end-to-end, a complete application using React? So the answer is no. It requires frameworks. It requires support of frameworks. And the recommended frameworks for React are, so we have two important frameworks. Here you can see one is Next.js. Next.js is a very popular framework actually. You can see this is the React, and this is the React related complete information. Two frameworks are there. One is Next.js. Another one is Remix. These are the recommended frameworks for React. People have to learn these frameworks in order to build a complete application using React. That is the reason Java.NET people, why they are learning React, Java.NET, PHP, Python, all these projects use React. Not to build a complete application, just to build a good interface. If you are planning to build a complete application with only React, you can do it, but you need a support of frameworks like Next.js and Remix. Of course, there are so many other frameworks, but these are the recommended frameworks by React community. React officially recommends these. It officially recommends this. So can we build a complete application just by using React? Not possible. It is not possible. So that is possible with the support of frameworks, right? It is officially recommended by the React community. People who build React, they recommend these frameworks. There are so many other frameworks you can use, right? Any technology needs framework. You know, Java. With Java, can I build an application? No, you can't build an application. You need frameworks. Any software application needs support of framework. Java people learn framework like Spring, Hibernate, microservices. .NET people learn framework like ASP.NET, ASP.NET MVC, and they have frameworks like even microservices are used. That means you cannot build an application without support of framework. Without support of framework, right? So that is the point. So I hope you are clear. React is used for building good interfaces for both web and mobile. And React is not enough for building a complete application. For that, you need support of frameworks like Next.js and Remix. This is not included in our course, but when time permits, once we finish the concept, I will give an complete introduction on that, because the frameworks are again larger. That means they are very huge. You need to learn them again, just like how you learned your React. But I will give an introduction about them. So how the frameworks are used and build a complete application. So that is the point. Next, another question comes here. So is there any difference between React and React JS? That is another doubt. Is there any difference between React and React JS? Actually, people have this doubt because Angular and Angular JS are different. Angular and Angular JS are different. That is the reason this doubt comes. Actually, we have a technology Angular and we have Angular JS. Both are different. Both are not same. Angular is older one. It is outdated. Angular JS is outdated. It is older one, but still companies are using it. Angular is advanced. Angular is completely different from Angular JS. It is completely reconstructed, redesigned. It is completely reconstructed. That is the reason people have doubt like, what should I call this? Is it React or is it React JS? So there is no difference. No, both are same. There is no difference between React and React JS. So both are same. So both are same, right? Then why people call just React? Why not React JS? These days we don't call React JS because it was okay when we were using React with JavaScript as language, but now we are using React with TypeScript also. That means React is enough because we can use with JavaScript or we can use with TypeScript. So that is the reason there is no difference between that. So there is no difference between them. So we have React and React JS. Both are same. There is no difference. Now, another question that comes regularly in mind is, what is difference between React and Angular? That is another question comes. Another regular doubt comes is, what is difference between React and Angular? People are confused in this. People are confused about learning. Which one I have to learn? Very confused people are. So is it React or is it Angular? There is a lot of confusion. So there is a lot of confusion in this point. And remember one concept, React and React JS, it is not a choice. React and Angular is not a choice. For a software engineer in the current generation, he must have knowledge of both. It's not a choice. So we are very much surprised why people made it as a choice, either React or Angular. So, and why people are concerned about that, like React is better or Angular is better. These are all software illiterates who talk about these popularities, right? So there is no concept of choice. React and Angular both are required for a web developer in the current generation. If you are an experienced person, then companies ask both. If you are a fresher, anyone is okay. You know React, fine. You know Angular, okay, fine. No problem. It is not a choice. Many people think that either React or Angular, but it's not React or Angular. It is React and Angular. That means a software developer in web development, especially in a resume, I expect both from a developer. I will show you. For example, let's say here we will see Naukri website. In this Naukri website, I am searching for some Java full stack developer, something like this. Java full stack developer, .NET full stack developer, you can search for a full stack developer. And let's see the job roles here. Java full stack developer, TCS. It is asking for React JS. For Java developer, TCS is asking for React JS, right? Now I will scroll here, and the Java full stack developer, Angular. So now you see here, Java full stack developer, some, okay, here you can see that Angular, HCL, that is HCL company. And here Java full stack developer, and it is React. Now you see Angular and React, Java full stack developer. Similarly, you search .NET developer, it is Infosys. Now you tell me which one is better. So that means if you say that my friend said Angular is better or my friend said React is better, then who is Infosys? Then who is Infosys? Your friend is great than Infosys. Seriously? Right? Who is TCS? Your friend say React is great. Then TCS don't know that React is great. Right? That means here the point is, it is not a choice at all. It is not a choice at all. So remember, for a fresher, you choose. And for experience, no choice. They should have both knowledge. Now the question is, why it is not a choice? Why some projects are asking React? Why some are asking Angular? That is the first concept, first question that is. That means first difference already I explained. What is difference? React is a library. But Angular is not a library. Do you know Angular? Angular is a framework, or we call it as framework, and you call it as developers platform. It is a framework and developers platform. It is more than a library. Do you know what is a developers platform? Generally, there are so many developers platforms actually. For example, do you know technically, if anybody asks what is a technology like .NET, what is .NET? .NET is a developers platform. It is a developers platform. What is meant by developers platform? Developers platform means it provides end-to-end solution for a developer. That means now tell me what a software developer needs as tools. What a software developer needs to build an application, what tools he need? Do you know software developer need tools for building application, for debugging application, for testing application and deploying application? I hope you know software development involves 4 stages: building, debugging, testing and deploying. For building, you need support of languages and frameworks. For debugging, you need several debugging tools. You know Postman like tool. You know web debuggers. Na? For testing, you need testing framework. Different testing tools are there, testing frameworks. For deployment, you need some tool. Deploying means live, make it live. Publishing, making it live. A developer needs lot of tools from building to deploying. And if a technology is providing all of them, then it is called developers platform. If .NET is providing tools for building, debugging, testing, and deploying, then it is not a language or a framework. We call it as a platform. Platform means it is not just like a operating system. It is like developer's platform. A developer needs lot of tools from building to deploying. And if everything is provided, then that is good. So you see the official here. I showed you React, and this is Angular. This is Angular. This is Angular. So Angular is there. This is Angular. And what is the concept of Angular? And you see, so what is the concept of Angular? So it is showing lot of things. So it is showing lot of concepts to you. So the point about Angular, technically, if I try to know what is Angular and see, it is a web framework. React is not a framework. React is a library. Frameworks are huge. Then that is the reason we are very surprised why people are comparing Angular and React. That means they don't know technically anything. If anybody don't know technically anything about language and library and framework, then they start comparing like this. Right? That is the reason it is not a choice to learn either React or Angular. Right? For a fresher, it may be a choice. But for experienced people, so it is very important. So you see, here the point is, I hope you understood that React is library and Angular is framework. Now tell me where we use React and where we use Angular. That means if you are learning some software technology, you should know as a developer where library is used, where framework is used. That means in what kind of projects we use a library, in what kind of projects we use an Angular. So here I will give a simple point. See, that means I will give a criteria here. So what is the criteria is, if your project is using various frameworks to build an application, and it needs only good user interface, then better go with whom? Go with React. Understood? That means suppose you are Java people. Java people already have their frameworks. .NET people, they already have their frameworks. Through those frameworks, they build an app. They don't want a framework. Already they have framework. Java, .NET, PHP, Python, these all have frameworks. Python have framework like Django, Django or Flask. Ruby has Ruby on Rails, right? PHP have Cake PHP, Code Igniter. Every technology have support of frameworks. Now your project is built with some Java, .NET, PHP, Python, some technology. Then those technologies already have frameworks. They are using framework. Then why I need again a framework? I don't need a framework. I just need a good library for building effective user interface. Then such projects will choose which one? React. Such projects will choose React. And when they are choosing React, that means lot of backend is there. That means complete application is lot of backend. Front end only UI. UI need to be effective. For that, they choose React. But some projects, so if your project is using very less server side and have to depend on a lot of client side. So very less server side and have to depend a lot on client side. Depend a lot on client side. Then you need a framework like Angular in the front end. That means now you are planning to control the application flow through front end, then Angular is best. No, I have my own backend flow. I just want UI better. Then better you go with what? React. Now tell me what kind of projects we may have. What kind of projects we may have? We may have both type of projects. Some projects completely built with backend with a lot of frameworks, and some projects they just need UI effectively. Some projects backend very less, front end they are completely depending on the interface, and they want the flow also to control in front end only. Then better they will go with what? Angular. So that is the reason projects are two types. So means in this case, in this criteria, if your project is already using lot of frameworks, you don't need another framework. Then you just need a library. So you don't have frameworks, then better you use a framework in the front end. So it will be better for your application. So Java, .NET, PHP, Python, all these technologies choose for some projects React, some projects Angular. That's the reason for a senior person, we expect knowledge of both. Suppose I have to take a Java or .NET or PHP, Python full stack developer in my company, I will see that he have knowledge in both Angular and React. Because according to my requirement, I can push him in Angular or React project. Because I have both projects. I have some projects running with Angular, some projects running with React. TCS, you saw Angular. After few days, it will come with React. We need React for another project. That means what they are showing in Naukri, they are posting that we need this person, full stack developer. For what purpose? They are not saying that we need full stack developer for our company. They are saying that we need full stack developer for our current project. That means all the job requirements that they post in Naukri is according to their current project requirements, not their company requirements. Company needs everybody. Company needs a full stack developer, Python, Java, .NET, PHP, everybody they need. What do you think? In TCS, Infosys, only .NET developers will be there? Only Java developers will be there? All people will be there. Then what all people are doing? That means they are working on various projects. They are posting some requirement, means that is the requirement for their current project or their upcoming project. Their upcoming project or current project may need it. That's the reason they posted. So that is the point. So there is no concept of React or Angular. And nobody can say that React is better or Angular is better. That is completely not justified. Why? Because both have their own importance, their own uses. But when compared to React, compared to Angular, little bit more React thing you can see. Means little bit. I am not justifying that it is very much, but little bit. Why? Because majority of companies already using good frameworks in the backend. Java, .NET, PHP, Python already have their own good frameworks. Then they just need good front end. In that case, they best prefer what? Out of 10, you can say 6 will prefer React and 5 will prefer 4 will prefer Angular. It's not like this is great, this is not. Both are required. So that is the concept of React and Angular. I hope you are clear. So Angular and React are not choice. So even I recommend, if you get a time and chance, you learn Angular also. That means we recommend that. because you have seen the trend. If you put at least 2-3 years experience in resume, they are not satisfied with only Angular or only React. Companies are not satisfied. If you put at least 3-4 years experience, they look for both knowledge. Fresher, it's good. Anything is good. Fresher, anything is good. But depending on your mention, what you mentioned like Angular or React, opportunities will be varying. If you put React, little more set of calls will come. So Angular, little down when compared to, we don't know. Sometimes Angular projects may trend. In that case, you will have good calls on Angular also. So it is not like we are teaching React, so we should say React is great, or somebody is teaching Angular, they should say Angular is great. That's not like that. We need to tell you frankly what is the situation, right? So that is the key point you need to understand. Okay, I hope you are clear. So now the question is, another question is why we need React or Angular like libraries and frameworks. Why we need React or Angular like libraries and frameworks? So what we said about React and Angular is, we said that React and Angular are used for building web interface. Good web interface we can build by using React and Angular. So I will show you here. Let's simply go here, Angular. So, and let's see the history of Angular. That means we will show Angular wiki. Okay, you see the Angular wiki here. This is Angular, yeah. And you see that Angular first appeared, so initial release, so in 2016, 7 years ago, Angular came. React also 2014. Both are actually Angular JS was there before Angular. It was there before that. So that means the point is 2016, it is very new, right? That means 2016, 7 years only. Even React also same. That means before this, what were we doing? So what were we doing? Web was not there, internet not there, mobile is not there. Then how we are building UI for mobile or web? Understood the point? That means these are after all recent. Web is there from early 90s. We are building applications for web from early 90s. We have mobile applications, we have web applications, we are building user interfaces. That means the point is, if web is there from several years and these are very recent things, so why you need them now? Earlier, what you have done? That means, I hope you understood my question, right? That means why you need React and Angular like libraries and frameworks if they were not there earlier? And earlier we have mobile apps. Earlier we are having web applications, right? Then why you need this? Why you need this? For that, the answer is, so the main reason is to handle the challenges in modern web development. To handle the challenges in modern web development. To handle the challenges in modern web development, we need the technologies like Angular and React. What, what are the challenges in modern web development? Let's see the challenges in modern web development. Modern web development. There are so many challenges in modern web development. There are so many challenges in modern web development. That means, do you know actually many people who already worked as web developers? Web developers in companies, they are already working as web developers, .NET, Java, full stack web developers, everybody, Python and all. Do you know many people are coming here to learn again the web development, who are already web developers. That means from past 5-10 years, they are working in web development, and they are coming and they are planning to learn the HTML, CSS, JavaScript again. You are 5 years developer or 10 years already you worked in web development. You may be genius in HTML, CSS, JavaScript and all. And why again you are now planning to learn? Because now the modern web has changed a lot. The modern web technologies, the modern web approach has changed a lot. Your knowledge of 10 years back JavaScript, 8 years back JavaScript is not enough for current generation. It's not enough for current generation. That means you may be a JavaScript developer from more than 5-7 years, but you don't know modern JavaScript, you can't handle modern technologies. Generally, companies fire people out. They say that you don't have job anymore. And who are those people who are fired out, who are outdated, who are not updated with new skills? That means majority first priority we give to the people who still stuck in old concepts. They are not upgraded. They don't know the new things. They know JavaScript, but they don't know advance in JavaScript. Then how they will survive in the modern designs? The modern projects, the advanced projects use advanced. You need to know them. If you are not updating yourself to the modern technologies, then you will fail in companies. That means lifelong you are a learner as a software engineer. You need to keep on updating yourself to the modern things. Otherwise, you will be the target of, you can say, overlays, right? So when companies goes through various overlays, you will be the target. That means now the point is, what are the challenges? What are the challenges we are facing in modern web development? Why we have to go to React and Angular like technologies? What are the challenges is, first important challenge is unified user experience. The first important challenge is unified user experience. This is the first challenge. So what is this unified user experience? UX is user experience. Unified user experience is nothing but one simple point I will explain here. Suppose we are having some YouTube and I need to watch this YouTube on my PC and I want to watch this on a mobile. That means I need to watch this on the PC and I need to watch this on a mobile like device. On a mobile like device. Now, do you know, before the YouTube app was there? Have you used YouTube before YouTube app was there? In your smartphones, we have browsers, Opera Mini. Yeah. When smartphones came in the beginning days, even today, you can watch YouTube in a browser of mobile. Several links that comes on YouTube, you click on them, they will open in mobile browser, not in mobile app, right? That means, do you know what happened is, in the beginning, when YouTube we are watching on PC and suddenly people started using lot of smartphones. Will you agree that majority of people now currently watch their majority of internet through mobiles only, right? 80-90% everybody. So no PCs. You do shopping, you watch videos, you do anything through mobile. Earlier, we have to sit on a laptop or a desktop and we have to browse internet and use it. That means now what is the current generation? Majority of users are using smart devices. Now, what is problem is the YouTube that you designed will correctly fit onto PC, but it is unable to fit onto mobile because mobile is a low bandwidth device. Mobile smartwatches, these are low bandwidth device. The app will not correctly, means that website will not completely open because you need more memory for that. Then do you know what YouTube people started earlier? They started optimizing. Optimizing means compress that site to fit onto mobile. And when they done that, then what happened is we were able to watch on mobile, but some features are not properly working. How I experienced an app website in my PC, the same experience I am not having on my mobile. Some options are missing, some features not working. I ask them why not working. They say because of mobile they don't work. But now we don't want like that. We want same experience across any device. That is called unified experience. Understood? Unified experience means a website should have same experience across any device. They open on mobile, they open on a PC, they open on a laptop, they open on a tab, they open on a smartwatch. Everywhere it should fit correctly. That means, and not just fit correctly, it should have same experience. What features I can use in my PC, the same feature should work in my mobile. Developing an application with this kind of experience is difficult, is not easy. Developing a website with this kind of experience is not easy. And that is what we generally call as what? Unified experience. So this is a challenge in modern web design. These days, if anyone asks you to build a website, they will first ask you this requirement. They will say that, then you may ask like, okay, your people will use on mobile. Do you want me to build a mobile app? They will say, no, I don't want a mobile app. I want a web application, but it should fit on mobile. Why they don't ask mobile app? Because mobile apps again have a problem of mobile nativeness. That means Android, iOS, Windows problems will be there. They don't want mobile app. They want a web app, but they should work everywhere with same experience. This is one major challenge. We call this as which one? Unified user experience. This is unified user experience. Understood the point? What is unified experience? Unified experience means a web application must have same experience across any device. That means every feature, every option should work exactly same how it works on a PC. That is very challenging one in the modern web development. Next important is fluid user experience. Fluid user experience. Unified experience and fluid experience. This is another important challenge. What is fluid user experience? Fluid user experience is nothing but, for example, do you know I'm using Google? Have you observed recently Google changed their home screen? What? Logo colors, huh? Have you observed recently Google has changed the home screen of search? Suppose I am searching for React, okay? And it is showing some results. What they changed in this screen, have you observed? From few days, a few months actually now, 1-2 months onwards, they don't have page numbers. Have you observed that? Nobody observed that. Do you know in search results, few months back, it will show 1 million results found. In first page, 100 results or 10 results, it will show. At the bottom, page numbers. Have you observed? Now, have you observed from past few days, there is no page numbers. There is no page number. Completely everything opens in one page only, down. There is no next page, previous page. Have you observed this? Earlier, we don't have like this, right? That means now the point is, you are watching a website. In that, you need to visit to second page, third page, fourth page. And actually, page numbers generally, page numbers are given as, page numbers have given as, so 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. And it is very difficult to hit them. Then do you know, even today, some websites on mobile, you zoom and touch the button. Am I right? That is not good experience. If anybody is zooming his page and clicking a button, is unable to click correctly directly, that is not good experience. This is fluid experience. Fluid experience means user will not have any page by page anymore. Everything comes on one page. Everything comes on one page. Everything we access on one page. There is no page by page. Continuously content will be loading. This kind of experience is called as what? Fluid. And developing a page with a fluid experience is also not an easy thing. It is again a difficult task. It is again a challenging one. So that is the reason you might have observed Google don't have this kind of facility till 2 months back. From how many years Google is there? And they don't have this kind of facility till 2 months back. They have this facility in their image search. They don't have that in web search. Because implementing this requires a lot of challenges to overcome. And they have implemented that. Already Facebook and everyone are using it. On Facebook, YouTube, you scroll up and down, you will get more videos, more posts. There is nothing like next page or previous. Do you know in Facebook few years back, we used to have previous post, next post button. You have to click the button. Now we have a good, which experience? Fluid experience. So unified user experience, another one is fluid user experience. Next important is loosely coupled and extensible. Loosely coupled and extensible architecture. This is a very important challenge everywhere. Loosely coupled extensible architecture means it is nothing but, suppose you are building an app. In this app, you have two features. One is A. You have one feature A. One concept is there A. After few days, you need to add another feature into this. You need to add B. You need to add B. Some more features you need to add into that application. How you will do that? Will you develop another app for A and B? Or will you ask the user to stop using this app and you send a new app which have B features also? No. Without disturbing the app, we should able to add this new feature into that app. Remember, adding a new feature into an app which is already running leads to a lot of catastrophic failures. You know, catastrophic failures in software terminology and everywhere. Catastrophic failures means an application fails suddenly because of some new add-ins. I hope you have faced this in many occasions. Suppose you are using your Windows or some apps. Suddenly, Windows says update Windows. You updated. And once you updated, several options not working properly. You take it to your hardware engineer. He will say that, have you installed any updates recently? You will say that yes. Then he will say that, okay, I will restore because those updates have problems. That means adding a new feature into an app without affecting the app is not an easy thing. You see your mobile apps. So you leave your app for a few seconds. A new feature is added into it. It says Facebook updated, Twitter updated. It will not ask you to install anything. It will push it. And due to the new feature, it should not affect the existing app. It should not fail. It's not easy. It's a very challenging in software development. In software development, designing an application with this kind of architecture is very challenging because it leads to a lot of failures. Even today, several apps fail in this. Even today, several high-level apps fail. Due to that, what they do, they roll back and restore to the previous. They will say that our new feature is not working properly. Let's restore it. That means the problem of this is design in such a way that you can easily add the new features and easily extend the app. This kind of concept is called as what? Loosely coupled and extensible. These are the key major challenges. Inside them, so many other will come. So I hope you understood. Now the question is how to overcome these challenges. To overcome these challenges, we are using the technologies like React and Angular. And how you can overcome these challenges with these technologies, what these technologies will provide, what is the features of these technologies, what they provide, how they work, and how they overcome these challenges. These points we need to learn. That we will see in next session. Tomorrow we will do that. So tomorrow we are going to learn technically what is React and how React works. So we will start practically also understanding React. That means installing, setting up environment for React practically. First, you need to know the basic overview of what it is. Then you can practically start. Tomorrow we will understand what are the features of React, how React works, what are the drawbacks of React, and we will learn how to install and use React in our application. Practically we'll do that. That we'll see in next session. And tomorrow I will share with you a link. In that link, I will post the classroom related notes and the course content also. Tomorrow in the class, I will share with you. Okay. Tomorrow we will have online link. I will share that online link for notes and other content. Whatever I am showing in the class, I will share there in the notes. Okay. Tomorrow we'll continue. Right. Thank you.